But like I was saying, guys, Laura Bailey, she deserves that spot. She deserves to have that award for performance of the game. She deserves it. Once again, be consistent with her character. And I just kind of felt like they weren't really consistent. But, who knows? Who knows? They probably there's probably a reason for the reason they did that way. But overall, I do think that she deserves that. She deserves that role. That she deserves that award for performance of the year. Because I can't think of anyone else who had who would be more brave and more, brave and just such a great character that brought a very hated character to life like this way. And so yeah, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed her for that. There's a bunch of other things up here as well. Audio design. Innovation and accessibility. What else? Okay. So I'm tackling these kind of in categories, okay? So innovation and accessibility and audio design. Obviously, their graphics are one of the best graphics I've seen in a while, okay? That's another thing that we can agree with. Hopefully, the majority, if not everybody, would agree that this game, with audio, with graphics, with the violence, it is one of the best. I'm not kidding. It is one of the best, absolute best graphics we've seen in a while, okay? I mean, it looks great. I've seen it in PS5. It looks even better in PS5. Alright, and it's... So they deserve to have that because of their hard work in that. Alright? But where the majority of us will butt heads is these other awards. Which is this. Best Action and Adventure, Best Narrative, and Best Game Direction. Okay? This is where people butt heads. Okay? This is where the conflict resides. Okay? Because action and narrative. You have just said, you know what, this game tops every other game that we have come out this year. Either be Cyberpunk 2077, Ghost of Tsushima, Black Ops Cold War, all of those things. Spider-Man Miles Morales, you are saying that all of those games come to a very close second place to Part 2. Now, what is my view? What is my thing? This is why I don't watch Game Awards. Do I think that the game had good direction? Yes, but I don't think they had the best. That is my opinion. This game had a good direction. It was really good and very creative, but I don't think it was so much to say the best. It was different in its own way. It was great in its own way, and it was the best in its own way, but I don't think it was the best direction above everyone else. I don't think that it was... that we could really say that this game was an action game. It definitely had action, obviously. You had you had encounters. But for me, action would have to be like non-stop action. Something like Ghost of Tsushima. I haven't played the game, but I want to play the game. I want to play it, and hopefully I'm going to get it soon. That game has a lot of action in it. It's a samurai open-world game. And I've even heard people say that this game is everything that Assassin's Creed isn't. Alright, I think this game has action, but once again, it matters. To me, it's like, you're telling me that this game triumphs everything else. And not to say that it doesn't have action, not to say that it doesn't have the greatest action in it, but I don't think it's the best. I think that it has action. Once again, it has action, it has great adventure, but it's not, I don't think it kind of measures up with a lot of the other games. Now, obviously, the narrative. I think the narrative is good. And once again, guys, I've said this before and I've said this again. I've said it before and I've said it again. To me, it's very complicated to give my honest opinion of this game. It's really difficult because I have to spend such a long time in actually making sure that you guys understand where I'm coming from and what I think of this game. Okay, I don't agree with all of the decisions. I don't agree with most of the decisions. Okay, but I'm happy the way that it went. I have to be, because I'm not okay with wasting my time. I don't like having my time wasted, and so I'm not going to sit here and then try to say, you know what, I've wasted all my time and this game was nothing, and that can't happen for me. That is not okay with me. I'm not content with wasting my time. I've said it before and I said it again. I find a way to love this game, and I have found a way to love this game. Now, once again, it's not always easy to love this game. It's not always easy, but I come back around to it, and I enjoy the game and the direction and the narrative and the gameplay and the combat and the action. I really, really enjoy it. Though it's just, I could see where they can be given an action and adventure, the audio and design, the best performance, the most anticipated game of 2017, and the innovation for best performance. I can understand how you can have those 5. Okay? But when it comes down to direction and narrative, I cannot say that it was the best, because I myself think the best type of narration is different. Okay? So I cannot say that I 100% would say that this game deserved it. It was good, and it was great narration and a really good direction. It was very different. But by my standards, it was not the best. It just wasn't the best. Okay? So, let me ask you this question. So it all comes down to this one question. Does The Last of Us Part 2 deserve to be the game of the year? Despite all of its controversy and its divisiveness, if you could use that word, despite all of it, is The Last of Us Part 2 the best in its game of the year? I would say yes. The only reason I would say yes is because they have done something with this game that not many creators do. The reason I say this is one of them, in my opinion, the game of the year, because no other game this year has given me more emotion, more authentic emotion than this game. I have never seen a game that is so violent, so detailed, and so just simply the mechanics are great. The blood, the gore, the violence, the combat, the graphics, they are like A+. Okay? I may not agree with the narrative and the direction of the game, but they have had the only 2 ones that I disagree with is game direction and narrative. The rest of the awards I can understand, and I could definitely say with confidence, yes, they deserve to have it. They deserve it because it's good action, it has good innovative and accessibility, great action adventure game, and it was highly anticipated, and the best performance. Yep, it has. The only reason I'm saying this, and it's the game of the year, is because it has so many awards, and yet very few, but only like 2 of them I don't agree with, but the rest of them I do. And so that's why I say the game. This is it's the game of the year, and we can't change it either, and so we have to be content with this, or you don't want to be, and that's on you, man. That's on you. If you don't want to be content with it, then don't be content with it. You don't have to, but that's not for me. I don't like that. I don't like how my time wasted, and so yeah, I think The Last of Us Part 2 is suitable to be the game of the year. Hopefully, people would understand that this is a game, and it's a piece of it's an art, and like any painting, People are either going to like it or they're not going to like it, but they have their own opinion, and nothing's factual, nothing is true. When it comes down to this itself, because it's a piece of work and it's something that comes from someone else's imagination and their own philosophy, it all depends upon your perspective. It all depends upon you and what you think about it. And if you share their imagination, you share that passion, you share and agree with the direction that they've went by, then yes. So, it all depends upon you guys. It all depends upon you. Just you. And that's all it's about. So, once again, is The Last of Us Part 2 the game of the year? Yeah. In my opinion, it is. Because of what it achieved for me. It achieved a lot for me. But like I said, I have my own opinion. It's a great direction. Great narrative. And up to my standard, it's not the best. Because that's what the reward was. Best direction. Best narrative. I think it was great, but I don't think it was the best. To be honest with you, I think the best narrative, I have to check them out. Hopefully, because some of them I haven't been playing for a reason. I haven't watched them. I haven't watched them on YouTube because there's a reason. I don't think I'm getting Valhalla. I don't think I'm getting that game. I don't think I'm getting Assassin's Creed. I haven't gotten an Assassin's Creed game in a long time, a new one at least. But yeah. This is my thoughts on the Game Awards for The Last of Us Part 2. Very opinionated. It's an opium. Okay, it's my opinion to my standards, and I hope that people understand where I'm coming from. And if you agree with me. If you disagree with me. And give your thoughts on it. The only thing I ask you is have some honor, respect, and integrity. That's all that I ask of anyone who would give their opinion. And if you're and you start getting a conversation with someone that's getting heated, leave. Okay? Do not sacrifice your integrity to keep your pride. All right? Don't do that. You'll get in there and you'll just ruin it. You'll ruin a perfectly great conversation because of ego and pride. So, anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know this episode. I know it's been in 2 parts because it kind of lost connection. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys see you in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, see you later.